Welcome back to Further Solutions Academy. Don't forget, I've solved the first question here. I'm now on the second question. Don't forget to share to your friend and subscribe if you have not subscribed before. We have a lot of videos for you. Before you can watch this video, make sure you understand your chain rule and function of function and quotient rule. I have a problem here which this has been solved. I'm now here. Now the solution to the second question. Let's try to do something very good. Now I just want to solve this particular problem. Now I have y equals to what? X divided by what? Root of x squared plus x squared. Please, this must cover this, or you put brackets. This can also be written as x divided by what? A squared. That should be minus, sorry. Minus x squared or bracket of 1 over 2. This can also be written as x divides, can be written as x bracket of a squared minus x squared or bracket of minus 1 over 2. Anyhow, that is convenient for you. That is what you can do. Anything you can do can make it easy for you. Now, what I just need to do, I can see that my u equals to what? X. The u will be the x will be equals to 1. And my v equals to what? A squared minus x squared, all roots. And my dv, dx, will be equals to minus 2x bracket of 1 over 2 bracket of a squared minus x squared bracket of minus 1 over 2. Now this will cancel this. Now it means my dv dx will be equals to minus x divides as minus x bracket of 1 over 2. Now that is my dv dx. Now all what I need is available. Don't forget, I'm coming in form of what? Quotient. Now I can answer that what? Dy dx will be equals to the v du all over the x minus u dv all over the x divided by what? V squared. Now, what is my v? This is my v. I'll be having v is a squared plus x squared or bracket of 1 over 2 dot du dx. Du dx is 1. It's 1 minus, what is my v? My v is x, and the v dx, the v dx is minus x bracket of what? A squared plus minus x squared bracket of 1 over 2. Please put brackets here for better clarification. Everything divided by what? What is my v? My v squared, this is my v. It means I'll be having a squared plus x squared minus x squared or bracket of squared dot 1 over 2, which will cancel. This is going to be like this. Now, at this junction, I can now say that if I find the LCM of the upper one, which I'll be having a squared plus, minus, this is minus, sorry, minus x squared or bracket of 1 over 2 plus 1 over 2, which it will be equals to 1. Now, minus x squared, this will be plus. Minus and minus is what? Plus. Plus x squared divided by a squared plus, minus x squared and 1 over 2 dot what? They have the same base. Don't forget, I'm working towards d all over dx. Now they have the same base, which I don't have problem. Since I don't have problem, I can now say that what? This will give us a squared, because this will cancel this, divided by this one would be a squared plus x squared bracket of 3 over 2. That is my what? Dy the x. It means part of the problem is being solved. Now, since I've gotten that, I will now continue by looking for what? I can also write this as well as a squared bracket of s squared minus, why minus now? Okay, this will be minus 3 over 2. Anyhow you want to do it, there won't be any problem. Now I can now move on to the second derivative, d squared y. Now anyhow you want to do it, but at this point a is a constant. Now if I should differentiate this, I'll be having a squared dot minus 2x dot minus 3 all over 2 dot, now I'll be having a squared bracket of, if I have minus 1 all over 2 minus 1 will be equals to minus 5 all over 1, because I just make sure you understand this video very well. Function of function, which it will be very nice for you. This will cancel this. Minus times minus is to be plus. I'll be having 3a squared divided by, this will go down, which I'll be having a squared minus s squared bracket of 5 over 2. Now, it means my d squared, it means my d squared y all over s squared is equals to that. Since I move on to that, I've gotten all what I need, which this is now on my tip. Now I can now continue by having, you are told that s squared minus a squared, a squared and x squared and d squared y all over x squared is equals to 3x dy dx. Now it's not add. It's not add. Now what I just need to do, I'll be having as minus x dot of what? This is going to be 3 squared divided by what? A squared minus x squared or bracket of 5 all over 2. Can it be equals to 3x and the of my this thing, the y, the u, the x, the u, the s is equals to this. Now I'll be having a squared divides a squared minus x squared bracket of 3 all over 2. Now don't forget there is a bracket here, there is a bracket here. Now what I just need to do is that they have the same base. I can call it a squared minus x squared bracket of 1 minus 5 all over 2. Which by so doing this, by looking at it, I'll be having 3 minus 3 all over what? All over 2. And I'll be having 3a squared, which I'll be equals to 3x a squared divide a squared minus x squared bracket of 3 all over 2. 3 all over 2. Now, can you see what I'm seeing here? Since here is minus, it means I'll be having 3a squared divide a squared s squared 3 all over 2 power can be equals to 8 squared, can be equals to, there is a problem somewhere. Hope I'm not making any mistake. Oh, I've lost my s here and nobody corrected me. Oh, x, sorry. There's x there because there's a s there. Now it means there will be a x there. Thank you. xe. Thank you. Sorry for the mistake. xe. Can you mean? Okay. Okay. Thank God I know what I'm doing. If not, there will be a big problem. Now, that is my answer. That is my answer. It means this equals to this, and that is what I need on this video. Don't forget to share and subscribe if you have not subscribed. Once again, thanks for watching.